Hi, we're going to have a look today at the inwards crescent kick, a more intermediate level kick, so that's from sort of purple belt level upwards. We're going to start with a basic, really from absolute basics, and work our way up to getting the kick correct. So let's have a look at this kick. We are going to first of all start with a very simple technique to get you to pivot on the ball of the foot. So what we're going to do is we're going to get you to lift the heel up and then get you to spin. In fact, what you can do is just see if you can spin on the ball of the foot a little bit if you can. Appreciate if you're inside, you might be on carpet, it may not be easy. And if you've gone outside, obviously make sure you're safe, of course, make sure you've got trainers on. You might find on the grass it works a little bit better. See how you get on. Just see if you can get a little bit of a pivot on the ball of the foot by picking heels up and see if you can get that twist going on there. Second little exercise we're going to do to build up to this kick to get it correct is I'm going to see if you can get the stance correct. Okay? So what we do from here is we're going to take a step not just backwards, as if we're sort of walking a tightrope. You can see from the lines on the floor here how I've got both feet on the same line. We're also not going to go directly across, we're going to go at an angle, a diagonal like so. Okay? It's maybe slightly wider than your shoulders, so foot to foot would be slightly wider than my shoulders here. And it's nice and long. If I show you from the side, I've gone to maybe 1.5 shoulder width long and about 1, just over 1 wide. So it's slightly longer than it is wide. See if you can get used to practicing that for new students. Work on that stance, okay, and also work on that pivot before you move on to the kick. Now we're going to go slow and low to start with. High grade you can build up, of course, much quicker once you're nice and warm. Number 3 tip here is to make sure you're nice and safe. So first one is to get the pivot. Number 2 is to get the correct stance. Number 3 is to make sure we've got plenty of room for this kick. So it's going to sweep inwards. It's an inwards crescent kick. It's going to come from the outside in. It's going to make a sort of big rainbow effect there, big crescent movement coming across. My instructor many years ago taught me by saying, look, you've got a dog sat by your feet here. You're going to lift that foot over the top of the dog first. What a lot of people do is they come straight up and you don't get to swing across. This is a technique that comes wide and hits across. Okay? Normally it's part of a combination. You might be doing punches first or a kick first, step down, then the inwards crescent kick comes in. It can be done low, middle or high. It can be a high section kick across the side of the head. It can be a kick across into the side of the body here, or it can be a sweep of the leg. A lot of karate students use that sweep kick as they sweep in towards the low section. Take away the feet, drop them on the ground. So, how do we start this kick? So what we do from here, give yourself plenty of room, make sure you're nice and safe, make sure you've got your guard position up, correct stance. What we do is go nice and wide, don't get you stepping over the dog. We're going to come through the target, and we're just going to get a little bit of spin. We're not going to go all the way around, but I want you to exaggerate the twist slightly by finishing over to this side here. So you've almost gone from where your foot is back here, you've almost gone 3/4 of the way around. Okay, so again, let's have a look at this kick. So it's an inwards crescent kick. Start slow, start low, don't go too high too soon. If you're new to this kick, and just get a couple of basic practice movements as you spin through. That's it. So we've got another one of those. Good, and one more of those. So again, nice and wide to start with, give yourself plenty of room. Nice and wide as you come through the target there. Let's take the other leg back from here. So again, low and slow to start with, don't forget the pivot. Let me show you what happens if you don't pivot. Okay, I'm exaggerating it. The hips stop, you can't take them any further. To get the power through the target, you've got to spin. Now in reality, the foot's going to hit someone, so it's going to stop anyway. But if you aim to try and come through the target, rather than to the target, you'll gain a lot more power and you put a lot more effort and speed into the technique. Nice and wide again. From guard position, inwards crescent kick. Get that spin through. So again, nice and wide. There we go. And again, nice and wide. So again, lower grades, so if you're new to this kick, low and slow. 2 rules, low and slow. Don't go to your maximum height, even if you're quite flexible. And a lot of young ones like to go as high as they can, as early as they can. Keep it lower, build up the basics first. If we're in class, we'd be doing this a lot more relaxed to start with, okay? Guard position again. Let's do 1, inwards crescent kick. And again, 2. Good, and bring it back, take your time, set yourself back up again with your stance, keep your guard up. 3. And back again. And 4. Good, and one more from there. Last one. Good. So we've covered a couple of basic practice skills first. Your foot, ball of the foot twist. Okay. Number 2, we practice the correct stance. So we get a guard position. When we hit, the toes will be pointing upright like a front pushing kick. We'll be hitting with the side blade, we'll call the inner blade of the foot, across the side of the head, in towards the body. Sometimes you can take a guard away or a weapon away. It can also be used to take the leg away as well. Okay. So the inwards crescent kick. Now, more advanced students, you might like to practice this next. So as you do the kick, we're going to get you to put the brakes on here. Now I'm on a wooden floor, I'm spinning slightly more than I should do. Let me show you on the other side as well. So as you come through, I want you to try and put the brakes on a little bit more. Not easy, because what naturally happens is you put the brakes on, is you end up doing the kick a lot slower, because it makes it easier to put the brakes on. So what we're going to try and do is stay in this chambered position from there. Let's go back to this side and I'll show you again from this side. So from here, inwards crescent kick, into what we call the chambered position. Because what we do from here is twist and push out a side kick from there. So a little routine for higher grades only, to practice in their own time. That's probably one of the most common and popular combinations. There's not many more kicks that will follow on from an inwards crescent kick, but this is a good one. Particularly if that kick misses, you're obviously going to go through the target, but they might start to come back towards you after you've done the inwards crescent kick, your opponent, and that's when that side kick gets them. So if you can, see if you can learn to do the inwards crescent kick, put the brakes on, and push through the side kick as well. So try that higher grade, see if you can, once you've got confidence with that inwards crescent kick, see if you can finish in the side chambered position. Remember our basic side kick, watch the basic side kick video, foot to the side, pivot and kick through. And all we're doing is getting into this position after the kick. So what it's forcing you to do higher grades is get more control of the kick without losing power and speed coming through. A little bit more advanced for you to try at home in your own time. Hope you found that useful. That's the inwards crescent kick. Performed normally off the back leg. It can be done off the front leg, but you need a lot more speed, a lot more power, a lot more flexibility, and in all honesty, it's not that powerful a kick. It's really designed to be a back leg kick. Hope that's useful. Thanks for watching.